Hello, Philadelphia! I'm Bruce Buffer. It's time for the Anthony Gorgano Show!
From the Xfinity studio. Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Tuesday to all across the Delaware Valley. We are a week and change. Next week, it's amazing, man. Next week is Christmas Eve. Am I nuts? No. Well, actually, a week. We're 9 days out, and then it's Christmas. So anyway, I was thinking about this for a second. I was happy. I just was ecstatic over the win, and I know it's the Raiders. All right. So we talked about this yesterday. I get it's the Raiders. It's a caveat. It's fair to say that. However, I'm starting to believe in Santa. Let me tell you a story. This was in 2017. It was the 2018 Super Bowl. So Wentz gets hurt, and I was completely down in the dumps, like crushed, because it felt like they were going to win the Super Bowl. I remember sitting with Mikey Miss, and we were doing a Channel 17 postgame show. And I'm going, and this was after that blowout of the Bears. And I say, you know, Mike, they're going to win the Super Bowl. I totally feel it. They're going to win the Super Bowl. I just can feel it. And remember, they had won, right? And you're going, there's something special about this year. It feels like it feels right. Then they go to LA, and Carson gets hurt, right? It's the broken leg, scores the touchdown. It was unbelievable, too. Like, you want to talk about valor. He's diving into the end zone and busts up. So, of course, it's Nick Foles, and it's right around this time. And if you remember, they played the Raiders that year, and the Raiders were not good either, but they looked terrible. The Eagles looked terrible with Nick Foles. So a buddy of mine, in fact, Nick from Primo's, Big Nick owns Primo's. He was in charge of the franchising. It was like a little store in South Philly, and then Big Nick franchised it, went all around the country. So he's like, dude, they're going to win. You got to believe in St. Nick. And I'm like, are you serious? I mean, he looks terrible. Nick Foles looks terrible. He's like, dude, I'm telling you, I feel it. This was after the Raiders game. They looked this bad. And he was right. Like, I still can't believe it. But he's like, dude, I'm telling you, they're going to win it. I feel it. I believe. You got to believe. Believe in St. Nick. So I started thinking about that moment, and I started to look at this team. And I go, all right, so let's play this out a little bit. You're going to win the division. I think you're going to look good. I think what's going to probably happen is you're going to beat Washington. You'll probably lose to Buffalo. And then you'll come back, and if you need the game, you'll beat Washington again. Last season, right? So without Jaden Daniels, I think they beat Washington twice. I'm not fair to Mariota, and their defense stinks. And I think this defense is really good, right? Like Super Bowl good. Now you're the 2 seed, maybe 3 seed at worst. Look around the conference. I get the Rams, all right? So let's save the Rams for the NFC Championship game. So who comes here? San Francisco? Seattle? Eagles beat them. Here is Sam Darnold going to come to Philadelphia. As good as Seattle is, and I think they're good, is he going to come into Philadelphia and beat the Eagles against this defense? Fangio defense? I don't think so. Green Bay, no Micah Parsons. What's that about? Are they going to come in without Micah? Eagles beat him before. Who else? Look around the rest of the conference. Where is the big fear? We talk about San Fran. We talk about Seattle. We talk about Green Bay. Assuming Chicago wins that division. I don't know. Second round. Who's still alive? What happens? The only team that I would look a little sideways at is Detroit. But even Detroit, they're so banged up in the secondary. But in fairness, that would be my team. That I would go, all right, but you get him here. You don't get him in the dome. So Goff has to come out in the cold and put his gloves on. I got to tell you, I feel good. I feel really good. The fact that we saw the offense morph, right? The fact that we saw, and even in the 4 interception games against the Chargers. And you know what made me feel good too? The Chargers went into Kansas City and ended their season. I kept looking at the Chargers going, I don't think they're that good. But they went into Kansas City and they ended their season. Say what you want. They get the 4 picks. I get it. The offense looked different. I think the offense, I don't want to say he's fixed, but Jalen under center, again, it looks like he's embracing it. Jalen in the run game, that's it. If you give me that with this defense, I can take that formula and I can win. So that's my story. Good morning, VG.
What's up? Great story.
That's my story.
It's a great story. You're a great storyteller. You're a crafter of amazing stories and tales.
Big Nick, that's a good story.
Yes.
Because, you lived it with me, like when I remember almost like being forlorn.
Yeah.
Inconsolable.
I feel like the city actually turned Nick Foles into a folk hero. Like there was just a will about the energy of the city.
Yes.
It's like they love the Saint Nick thing and the rumors of his shower prowess. yeah. Like there was just all this lore about him. You're like, if anyone's gonna do it, it's gonna be this guy.
Right.
This guy. Yeah.
Right.
This is gonna be Philly's first bowl quarterback.
And it was unbelievable because Big Nick from Primos, said it. He said it. I got to get him on to tell the story. It's a great story. He's like, dude, you got to believe in it, man. He got mad at me. He's like,
right.
Why are you
yeah. Like, what are you doing with this negative?
Like,
we just gotta lock it in.
Was such an Eagles fan. Like his email, which was like AOL, right?
Yeah.
Was Eagle Nick.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
All right.
Yeah.
That was his original email, was Eagle Nick. That's the kind of fan he was. Like, he's not just,
right.
Hey, I'm selling hoagies, so I'm going to be an Eagle fan.
Yeah.
No. He was an Eagle fan long before he had Primos.
Eagles Nick.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I don't know. That's a great story. I don't know if I feel it yet. And I think, I was away for a week, so I went out and about the neighborhood yesterday trying to gauge people's temperatures. A lot of naysayers still. A lot of doubters out there still. Someone really, I think you knew as a child, Frankie the mailman, my mailman. It's the Raiders. Well, we gonna get excited? They beat the Raiders. The Raiders stink. What are we doing? We going to win the Super Bowl now? We beat the Raiders. He's a real curmudgeon, Frankie the mailman. And I found more of that. I went to the pub. They're like, it's the Raiders. It's the Raiders. Everyone's just like, we'll see what happens against the Bills. And that's what it feels like out there. I don't know if that's just my little pocket of the world.
Wow. I'm shocked.
I was a little shocked because I thought I know it felt like a scrimmage game, but they're running what you want to see them run. And yeah, so I was a little taken ababack.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel really good.
You're like a fanboy. You got the goggles on today.
I do have goggles on today. But you know what it is? I look at the landscape. So I look at the rest.
I got Lost Sleep TV right now in the chat. The Bills are the litmus test. I feel like people are waiting.
So here's the thing. I think they're going to lose to the Bills.
No.
I don't think it means anything.
Is it an ugly loss? Is it back to what we saw? I mean, if it's a shootout, if it's 38-30 or 40.
I'm not looking at style points for the Bills. I'm not even thinking about the Bills. The game is almost irrelevant to me. I don't think it matters. Who said that?
Lost Sleep TV.
So Lost Sleep TV, it's interesting. Here's my take on it. I don't think the Bills game matters. because you're not facing the Bills. All right? If that happens, it's Super Bowl. We're great. Look at the rest of the NFC. There's one team that is like really scary, and it's the Rams. Now, they become less scary if Devontae Adams is out for any long period of time.
100%. Although I was just reading, they're weird. We were like, oh, you can't change your offense week 15. 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, they debuted the 3 tight end offense.
Yeah.
That's their base now. They're running the last 2 weeks. Their offense has run out of 3 tight ends.
I don't know, but I thought it went back a few more weeks.
I don't know, because I was reading an article about how they've transitioned now in the last 3 weeks. That now their base is a 3 tight end offense.
I knew that. I saw. I liked it. I love McVay.
Yeah,
just from the football standpoint, because I think he's so smart. But my buddy John and I were talking about the 15 personnel.
15. We got 5 tight ends.
He goes, "Tell McVay I want to run the 15." We were just joking about it. But this was like a month ago. Yeah. Because they had just put all those tight ends in. Listen, they're good. But without Devontae Adams makes them like really, really scary.
Agreed. But I think you're slight their defense a little bit. They're very stingy defensively. They give up very little points. They got a good front. I get my weird.
Look, they are good. I mean, I lauded them yesterday. They stopped Gibbs. Like I was shocked. I haven't seen anybody really stop Gibbs. They stopped Gibbs. He couldn't run against them, and they checked him.
We've seen that a couple times now, though, in the last month. I feel like where people kept him in check.
He sold twice.
Is it right? And then there was the one game where he was much better as a receiver than a runner.
Yeah, but that's different. I'm talking about like both taking him out of the game as a runner and a receiver. Because some games you just use him as a receiver because he's that good. But they took him out both.
I think I get the weird feelings. I got a Baldy premonition. I think the Niners are going to be annoying. I really do. I think they're getting healthy. Kittle's back. Pearsall's getting his legs back.
Yeah.
And I know they've played nobody, and they're going to play nobody. They're going to feel really good coming in.
Defense they got crushed by injuries. Their defense.
I know. They just feel like, to me, they feel annoying this year.
I mean, they could be. I mean, listen, they have great skill people. When CMC's healthy, and you get Pearsall back to go with Kittle.
It took him a while.
Jennings, I like Jennings too. They're good. They're a good offense. I've never been the biggest Purdy fan. I'm just not.
I know. He just, he doesn't sling it.
He's not my guy.
Nah,
I don't like Purdy. Yeah. Right. So I like Purdy doesn't make me quake.
He's not Joe Montana.
No, he does not make me quake. So although I start to think about it, if I was older in the time of Montana, I probably wouldn't like Montana.
That's why I brought him up. You would hate him.
Yeah.
Rag arm.
I wouldn't like
smaller size.
No, I would be all Marino Elway.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. But I don't like Purdy. I go, could they be annoying? I guess, But I think you talk about slighting the Rams defense. I think we're slighting this defense. This defense is great.
It is great.
We're still going to get Carter back.
Do we need him at this point? BG's just dominated on the inside. We need.
Yeah, we need to.
Also, yesterday I heard people saying they don't even know if they'd extend Carter after this year, like sign him to that big deal. It seems like
okay. Well, forget about that.
I heard that yesterday.
I know. I mean, forget about that conversation. The kid's a great player. Come on, man. I mean, come on.
I'm with you. I just report what I hear with my gumshoe work on the streets. Can we talk about, hey, if you haven't shoveled and iced your sidewalk and you're not elderly and sick, then you're just a J.O. It's treacherous out there walking the dogs. And there are people whose houses, I know the people who live here, they're normal. They're fine. They're young. There are a lot of them are renters. They're just like, the landlord doesn't. It's nasty out there. In our parking lot. Can they throw some ice on the parking lot?
Oh, man.
I'm a dude. Yeah.
What?
I got to get Couturier to take me to the front office.
Yeah, man. Like, come on, people. Let's take care
I
of
almost
this.
broke my cheeks the other day trying to get out of my car.
It's nuts out.
Oh, you fell?
I almost did. I did a slip. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I know, dude. No, it's nasty out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it a violation? I was out there shoveling when I have two teenage, I have a
you're gonna wind me up
Yes.
here. You're winding me up here.
who's almost
Yes.
as big as
You're
me,
winding me up.
and a 16-year-old who's bigger than me, and I was out shoveling.
Yes.
Dude, I talked to my mom. She's like, "Oh, what am I gonna do with the snow? Who do I get?" You got two grandsons, 21 and 19 or 18, live less than a mile and a half away. Get them over there and shovel. They don't. I give props to my nephew Colin. Him and my brother-in-law went over this week. They shoveled my mom out, cleaned their car off. Props to them. But it doesn't happen all the time. And these kids today, I loved shoveling when I was a kid. Would you try and make a couple bucks? You go knocking on doors.
So my cousin and I, Joey and I, we were the snow patrol.
Yeah.
Right? We used to have matching white sweatsuits.
They couldn't see out there.
Oh,
They
man.
blend in. They're like,
Billy White.
he's like in camouflage.
Yes. So we were
Like the abominable snowman coming out of the
Who's
worst.
that? Who's that?
we had these ones. Because,
I like cover, you come out your door, they pop up. Hey, you guys need some shoveling on?
Sell me it for $10.
I'll never forget, it was a bad storm, and we go out, and it was the greatest day. And we went out and shoveled half of South Philly, made a ton of money.
Yeah.
And, got inside out.
Do you have shovels and a broom or an ice picker thing or just straight shovels?
Shovels.
Yeah?
We're walking like
You
it.
sound like a guy with like a good ice picker. That thing you just jam the ice on?
Yeah, but, I usually get the shovel and,
Yeah.
and do it
He
like that.
must have used
What
the
do you need
old
an ice pick?
He must have used the old steel shovels.
Yeah.
You'd be breaking the plastic ones like that now.
Oh, yeah. No, steel.
Yeah.
Nah, They made better equipment.
That's
back
why
then.
you need the ice picker now, because you got these plastic shovels that don't do anything.
I bent my shovel.
Yeah.
I bent it all up. Oh my God. I know. It was time. But yeah. So I say to Massimo, I go, dude, I need you to go shovel, right? He gives me a look, shovel, right? He goes, why?
I love this kid.
He goes, why? It's just going to melt. I go,
Oh,
melt.
man.
I go, what are you talking about? He goes, look, he gives her the
It's a
iPhone.
Thursday. It's going to be 45 on
And he
Thursday.
goes, look,
Yeah.
it's going to go. It's going to be gone. So why would I do it knowing that it's going to be gone? I go,
They got a
"Dude."
shovel.
So people don't slip. So old
I said-
Bertha down the street walking around doesn't slip.
So I go, well, dude, mommy's got deliveries all the time. Like,
Yeah.
what, And he goes, no, it's going to melt. And he walks away. And right now, I got it. I had to dig in his butt for other reasons.
Yeah.
So, like taking care of the puppy that he wanted.
Oh, that
then-
never works out.
So,
dude.
like,
That
he
never-
Oh,
wanted
yeah.
this puppy.
He's stuck on that.
That's
Yeah.
a tale as old as time.
Yeah, you get 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Dude, it's unbelievable. He wanted this puppy. And all he kept saying, he was calling her giblets. Giblets. And like, my wife's like, he's not getting this puppy. I'm telling you, he's not getting this puppy. Sure enough, we got the puppy. All right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I love the puppy.
Yeah.
She's the greatest. Now, meanwhile, anytime she's with him, she's in a cage.
Oh, really?
Like, if she's upstairs, like, he feigns, like, oh, I took her out. He was out for 5 minutes, took a couple of pictures. It was a fake me
Oh,
out.
he documents it with the
Right.
photos.
It was a fake me out, right? And I go, no.
That's so funny.
Meanwhile, I feel bad because I love this dog, right? I'm like, no, I constantly off. If she's in a cage, I freak out. So I stay downstairs. I watch my games downstairs, and she's
down?
with me.
Nice.
And she's always with. Now she became. In fact, the other night I felt bad. I didn't want to put her in the cage, so I actually slept on the couch because it was late after Sunday night football. I was tired, and she was like cuddling, falling asleep.
Oh, nice.
Because she stays with me all.
Is she housebroken?
Oh yeah,
Oh.
she's got the thing and all.
Yeah.
So I let her stay with me on the couch.
Yeah. That's
You
nice.
know, but this kid.
Why? Because he just doesn't want to pay attention to her?
He's got the video games. He's got this thing. He's got that. We got basketball. We got this. And he loves her, and he tries,
Yeah.
but he's not good enough.
Charles Lewis in the chat said they would definitely watch a Christmas movie about the Gargano household.
My wife was on the warpath.
Oh, anything in particular?
Yeah. Just about how messy the house is, right?
It happens like that every holiday season, I feel
Right.
like.
Oh, she's like, she wants to end the Christmas Eve. No.
Oh, right.
It's too late now. We were.
She knows that gets you going. You like Christmas Eve.
I love Christmas
Yeah,
Eve.
she knows that.
And
Let's
she's
just
like-
cancel Christmas Eve.
And she's like, you get all the shine. I go, what do you mean? I said, I do all the work. I cook. She's like, yeah, you get all the shine.
Yeah, no one.
She's like, you know what I got to do? Clean. I got to clean for days leading up, and I got to clean for days after.
Oh, man.
I got the thankless job. You get the shine. Oh, how great. Tastes great. Scallops. Oh, the crabs.
You gotta text your boys. Boo. Anyone comes over, be like, yo, say how nice the house looks. Say how nice the house looks.
So,
Here.
yeah, it's not even that, right? Like, but meanwhile, the kids are just pigs. She's like,
Do they do
"Where-
that?
where
Any
are you?"
chores?
She hates, first of all, she's like, I got to live with 3 dudes and Goots, right? The puppy's the girl.
Right.
But I got 3 dudes and the Goots.
That's how my mom was.
And she's just like, you are just pigs, right?
Yeah.
You guys go. Their bathroom. I gotta go.
What's that
clean
look like?
Oh, it's not pretty.
No.
It's, no. Like, I gotta clean. Everyone else is.
So they don't
pee.
get the impulse. Now, I think Anthony would be a clean kid, no? Anthony doesn't get the impulse to clean?
No. What kind of? She goes nuts. She goes, it takes 5 minutes to make your bed. All right.
Yeah.
I wash the sheets. I put it on your bed, and you don't even make your bed. She's like, you'd rather sleep on a freaking mattress, right?
With nothing on it.
That's an animal. Animals do that. What is wrong with your species? And I get
Your
the brunt of
species.
it, right? You don't tell them, and you don't do this. I'm like, oh my God. The same look I get from them, I get from you. Roll your eyes.
Man, you're still like 17-year-old cuz.
Oh my God. Anyway,
Hey, shout out to Jake Friel in our chat. He's saying his wife just found out this morning they're having a baby. Congratulations. He's looking for
God
advice.
love it.
You got any advice, he'd appreciate it, he said.
Dude, your life will change for the best. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. It's going to be amazing. Listen, get all the sleep in that you can, because once the baby's born, there's no sleep. And the greatest feeling in the world is when the baby will grab your finger, and then when the baby falls asleep on your chest. It's the greatest.
K-Dog said, Jake, you're bleeped, but congratulations.
All right, let's take a quick TO. We'll come back. We got Derek, but I want to talk some Sixers. Paul George, dude, PG.
He's back.
I'm swept up. I believe.
I'm more excited. I'm more caught up into this right now.
Wait, dude, didn't I tell you, Paul?
Yes.
I had sneaky suspicion about PG.
Mm-hmm. I think the kids rejuvenate him a little bit.
Yeah, he's back.
I think
Paul
he is.
George.
Please body hold up. Please body hold up.
All right. Let's take care and talk about some of our friends. Let's go. Hey, holidays are coming up. Do yourself a favor. Get Xfinity. People are going to be coming over, like on my house, Christmas Eve. I don't want the games on. It's got to look good. All right? You don't want lagging, buffering, switching between apps like this dude, right? You want to go first level, top notch. That's Xfinity. Oh my God, the ultimate sports destination. The perfect fan flex. You got all the action right in your living room. Xfinity's best picture and sound with enhanced 4K. So clear, it feels like you're in the stadium. All right? I'm telling you, live stats. It's the best seat in the house every time. Next game day, make sure that big fan isn't a big fail like my man, right? Go to Xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply. All right. Now let's talk about Jogo. Look, you don't want Jalen Hurts returning punts, right? Like, you just don't want to do that. That's not good. It's not worth the risk, the time, the money. Keep your stars focused on what they do best. Same goes for your business. You want to get your top people. You don't want them buried in operations, tedious, time-consuming, redundant activities that wear them down. Togo can help any business reduce operating costs, become more efficient, unlock more time for their best people. Every engagement starts with a free process mapping and engineering. There's no cost, no commitment. They don't bill a dime until the work begins. You got programs starting as low as $1,000 a month. Each Togo program includes dedicated staff, custom automations, US-based process engineers who act as your quarterback. You got control. They run your plays. At Togo, they turn your playbook into performance. That's right. Visit harnesstogo.com. Harnesstogo.com. Scale smarter, work faster, stay focused on winning. All right. Are you ready?
Eddie Wright in the chat. He's not back. I refuse.
Eddie, why are you being a
What's he gotta be?
Grinch?
Come on, it's the holiday season,
No
Ed.
Scrooge.
Yeah, come on, man.
Don't be a Scrooge. Get the benefit of that. What do we got to lose?
Right. This team's 14-11. I
Listen,
think they're in a good spot right now.
If you extrapolate and you go, in the spring, I have this roster and it beats playing and PG's playing. Who's like in the East? Who's better? I mean, they could beat anybody. East,
Yeah,
East
I'm not
scary.
I'm not pistoned up.
No, Cade's a good player.
I got a tattoo of a piston.
Tobias? Is Tobias going to beat us?
Oh, I can't wait for him in the
Come
playoffs.
Come on, Eddie. All right. We got our man from the old PHLY Sixers show. He's great. Our man, Derek Bodner, on the Xfinity mobile call-in line. What's up, brother?
Not much. Doing well.
Dude, I'm swept up in Paul George. He looks different. He's engaged. With the ball in his hands, he still runs an offense. He can still play. Tell me I'm not crazy.
No, you're not crazy. He can absolutely still play. And, he came back from, I think he missed the first 12 games of the season, and he was struggling a little bit offensively for his first 4 or 5 games. But even right then, you saw he was a huge stabilizing presence on defense. They have actually been one of the top 5 or 6 defenses in the league over the last 15 games, and he's been a big part of that. And then slowly he started finding his footing on offense. And then the last 4 games, he's averaging like 23 points per game. Looks really comfortable. The perimeter shot is there. The pull-up shot, turnaround. He's even getting the rim a little bit more. His year last year was so tough because that first bone bruise that he had came in preseason. And then he had a second one after that, ended up having the tendon in his hand towards the end of the season after he finally looked like he was getting rolling in January. And he just never at any point looked comfortable. This is, I think, quite easily the most comfortable he has looked in a Sixers uniform. It comes at a time when, when everyone is on the court, he's probably asked to do less. So he is, I think, in a pretty good spot where he was able to get himself back up to speed, get himself, ramped up and to a point where he could contribute kind of at his own speed. And I think that probably frustrated some people at times. But he is certainly still, even at 35 years old, a supremely talented player, a great two-way player. And he's been a huge stabilizing presence for his team. This was a performance with Maxey out these last 2 games, even though they only split him. They needed him to carry them in both of those games. And I don't think he was capable of doing that last year. And I think you should be pretty excited about him because he's still really good.
Look at that! That's Derek Bodner. All right?
He's a man of optimism.
He's telling you. Seriously.
This is a smart, practical man here.
He is.
Yes.
Practical.
But
yes.
I understand.
Great
I understand
basketball
where Ed was coming from because I don't think Ed wanted to be like a downer. He's just like protecting his own emotions.
Yeah.
And I understand if you're coming from that perspective because Sixers fans have been burned so much by injury luck over the last couple of years.
Oh my God, yes. I mean, how many times have we just gotten punched in the face? Again, but sometimes when you least expect it, Derek, it's always happens that way. And I'm looking at this team, and I'm going, all right, let's extrapolate here. When Embiid is in any kind of shape, and if he can go, and again, I get the big if, we all know it, all the caveats are out there. But you saw him the other night. He had 39 in 31 minutes. he's still a dominant force when he plays.
Yeah, no, and if you go like on a per minute scoring basis, because he wasn't playing all that heavy minutes earlier on in the season. He's been last couple games he's been playing 30 plus. Before then he was playing relatively limited minutes, but on a per minute scoring basis, he's still like a top 10, top 15 scorer in the league. Obviously, his efficiency is way down. I think he'll get a lot of that back. I don't really worry too much about him on offense. I think he is the type.
Yes.
He has such a diverse game, and the jumper I think is going to come back. A lot of his inefficiency right now is that the mid-range and three-point shot is way down from where he was, but I think he is going to figure that out. I do worry a little bit defensively. Earlier on in the season, he was just not changing direction nearly quick enough, and which you understand after the 2 meniscus surgeries in that knee, but it really looked like he was struggling to change direction, struggling to get a second jump, struggling to really just make plays that he would previously make. I do think he's been moving better over the last 2 or 3 games, and quite frankly, just the fact that he was able to play in that game on Sunday after only 1 day rest, the first time all year, indicates that he is feeling pretty confident in that. His play early in the season, there's so many different factors, from how does the knee feel, how much confidence does he have in the knee, what is he truly capable of, that I think it left a lot of uncertainty to fans, but I do think he is trending in the right direction. And obviously, you are always with Embiid 1 jump away from trending in the wrong direction. So he's the one that I'm certainly confident in. George, I think he can be a really good player for you. I understand, I'll believe Joel Embiid makes it through a season healthy when I see it. But I do think he is, like I said, I was pretty down on his defense early on in the season. I do think he's trending in the right direction. I do think he's just a smart enough basketball player with a wide enough skill set that he will fit offensively where he needs to fit. It is the other side that I worry about a little bit.
So let's extrapolate for a stretch run. We're going to fast forward to March. Give me your rotation, how it looks, and kind of game flow. And are you looking to explore a trade to try to get if I look at this, the one thing that they miss is a 4-man rim protector, rebounder, right? Yeah. Like that would be in a wish list, Theo Ratliff, right? Like that would be what they miss. But give me how you would see the rotation in March.
Yeah, and that's really I think earlier on in Joel Embiid's career, really up until the second injury against Golden State 2 years ago, I would have said, I'm not really too worried about a traditional 4. I want more floor spacing. Give me another Paul George type forward who's more of a perimeter player, but who can shoot, who can handle the ball, something like that. But the way Embiid is, I think, just not the way he was. He's not his former self defensively. He doesn't move like he previously did. He can't anchor the defense quite like he previously did. Yeah. I do think having someone like Dominic Barlow in there has shown another rebounder, another weak side rim protector really helps Embiid. So I think that is certainly a need. Unfortunately, there's so little matching salary on the team right now that I think it's going to be tough for them to be really aggressive at the trade deadline. So, I sort of joked about this on one of our articles on allphly.com that we did a roundtable among the various NBA markets. And my hope is that Josh Harris just doesn't get cheap and try to duck the luxury tax. That's not exactly the most thrilling trade deadline goal you could have, but don't dump players like Andre Drummond. Don't dump players like Kelly Oubre Jr. to get under the tax. That is sort of my hope right now, and maybe they can be aggressive next year. So yeah, I do think when Kelly comes back, I think he probably goes back into that starting lineup. You've got Maxey, VJ, Kelly, Paul George, and Embiid. That is with the exception of Kelly, who's a little bit of a streaky shooter. Started real strong. That is a bunch of strong shooters. I think VJ's growth and the way that he's been able to step on the floor and be a floor spacer almost from day one really helps with that. But I think that's probably their most versatile defensive lineup they can put out there. I think it's a pretty good offensive lineup. With your 3 stars, and we'll still call them that, even though I think there are some people on this chat who would probably push back against that. Your 3 stars surrounded by players who can really defend. I think that's probably where you go right now.
So let me ask you: would you move Oubre to a second unit with Grimes and have those 2, Grimes, Oubre, Drummond? That's a really good second unit, right? That's a powerful kind of second unit. Would you think of with McCain? Would you think about that?
No, I would certainly. So when the season started, my my preferred lineup would have been Grimes in there for Kelly, just from a pure floor spacing, giving you another shooter out there. Because I was worried about VJ, and even though I believed in the shot, I thought it might take some time to translate, especially with the longer 3-point line, with the athletes in the NBA, with their recovery speed in the NBA. I was a little worried there wouldn't be enough floor spacing on there if you had Kelly and VJ out there on the perimeter. But with VJ shooting 39% from three, I think he's up to like 43% from three off the catch. I think that is abated a little bit. So I am, I like Grimes in that starting lineup, but I like Kelly and the defense and the versatility he gives you too. I would give that lineup a month or two to try out, and if it's not working, then you can pivot. But that 3-guard lineup of Maxey, Grimes, and VJ have been one of your best plus-minus combinations on the floor of the season. So I'm interested in playing that out as well. I think that's one answer where you probably you give them time, see what works, and go from there. But right now with Kelly, and the way he plays defense and the versatility there, I would probably stick with that for now.
Where's McCain at?
Yeah, he's been struggling. I think McCain obviously isn't a nuclear athlete in the NBA sense. And I think when he loses 10% of his athleticism, all of a sudden he has a much more difficult time getting to spots. And I think right now, with the knee surgery he had last year, it doesn't seem like he's back 100%. It seems like he, especially up until the last couple of games, was trending in the right direction, but he wasn't back 100%. So I think he's been a little bit inconsistent. And right now, Nick Nurse doesn't seem like he has much appetite for letting him play through that. He has a pretty quick pull on him. If he's not playing well in the first half, he doesn't really see much time in the second half. So I think he's pressing a little bit there as well. I think with McCain, with coming back from the injury, not being at 100%, not having a training camp, missing the first couple of weeks, maybe not being secure in his spot in the rotation. I don't want to say this is going to be a lost year, but I think it could be an up and down year as he works his way back. I still believe in the offense a lot. I think he's been, quite frankly, even in the last game there in the second half, I thought he was running the offense well, even though he ended up going scoreless. I think he's probably your second best point guard. Like, I like him running the offense better than I do Grimes. Even VJ, who I think is learning, and I think VJ will be good at running the offense later on in his career. I think McCain has a knack for it and is one of your better passers. The defensive concerns, I think, are there. I think because of those defensive concerns, Nick isn't letting him play through his struggles on offense. And I think because of, he's just not in a rhythm and not 100% back up to speed, he's been slightly less effective on offense, which has given him less margin for error. I still believe in Jared McCain. I do worry about the defensive pairing of him and Maxey, but I think it's just going to take some time. I think it's going to be an up and down season for him.
Hey, Derek, I'm like a number one fan in the VJ camp, but physically, you knew he could play at this level. But mentally, I did not expect. He seems to have a maturity about him where he's not like discouraged if he doesn't make some shots. If his offense isn't working, he still contributes defensively, but he still stays aggressive without becoming a jack and just throwing shots all over the place. He's still selective with his shots. He doesn't press too much. Are you impressed by the mentality of him so young?
It's truly absurd. It's for a young kid to come in there that mature. It's almost mind blowing. I mean, he against the Hawks the other night, like, he came in, picked up 2 fouls in like the first 4 minutes of play, started, I think, 1 of 6 from 3-point range. And then he came in and basically, like, him and Paul George won you the game in the second half. For him to come in there and, like I said, he shot 34% at Baylor. This was a swing skill for him. I think if you watched him, he was better off the catch than he was shooting off the dribble, but there was still a lot of uncertainty on how that would translate, and especially early on in his career. For him to come out, and those numbers I referenced earlier, 39% from three, 43% from three off the catch, and then watching it, like you said, play out where he could be struggling earlier, like against the Hawks, where he was 1 for 6 from three, made 3 straight threes down the stretch in huge spots. He has consistently taken, and just having confidence to take that shot in big moments in the game, and then also make that shot. He truly is wise beyond his years. And it's the confidence certainly gives you a lot of hope for the future. And it's just a really good indicator. And he is one of the more confident and still grounded kids. It's a weird combination where he's both confident and grounded, but I think he balances that well. And yeah, he's going to be great.
Dude, he's the greatest, that kid. That kid, Derek, I was talking to David Edelman, and he said when he first met VJ at the draft, after they picked him, he walks up to him, looks him in the eye, shakes his hand, and says, "Mr. Edelman, I won't let you down. I will." And he started going. David was like, "Dude, this kid's the greatest." I got him and Maxie. I'm like, I'm so excited for him. I got to tell you, I think you nail it. This could be a really fun year. I think we're in for something special when you least expect it, Derek.
Yeah, no, I mean it is, and he is on the one hand a huge, incredibly important piece right now, and he's still playing a truly massive number of minutes. Like he was playing pretty much the most minutes for a rookie since like LeBron came into the league early on in his, way back when. That's tailed off a little bit, but he's playing a huge role on his team right now, and he also looks like he is just scratching the surface.
Yeah.
In that Hawks game, besides the fact that he had the confidence to keep shooting when he was open, I thought what he was doing off the dribble and his ability to get to the rim against a really tough defense in Atlanta, a defense that has a lot of size, and specifically against someone in Daniels who is an incredible perimeter defender. Yeah. And he was able to get to his spots pretty easily. And I think he had a better approach than he did earlier in the season. You can just see him picking up tricks of the trade almost in real time as the season progresses. He is just, it's one thing to have the athleticism, and then you add in the shot, and then you add in the work ethic. And I think he really is just scratching the surface. And it's so much, if there's one thing the Sixers have done well over the last 5 or so years during Daryl Morey's tenure, it is betting on people too. Because it's one thing, like you can find people with VJ's physical profile and athleticism, but you add in the worker and how he approaches the game of basketball and his coachability, and then that's when you really start seeing them take off. And I know there's a lot of people who came into the season. You have so much invested in Embiid, so much invested in Paul George. Tough to get into it, but I think once you start realizing what you have with these kids, it's real easy to get excited about.
Yeah, man. All right. What time today? 3 o'clock?
Yeah, 3 o'clock today and tomorrow as well.
Yeah, because you got an off day. Looking forward to it, brother. You guys are killing it, man. Back. We're back, Derek. Back. Thanks, brother. You're the best.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Here he is, Derek Bodner. I love our Sixers coverage. Kyle's in Egypt.
Egypt?
Yeah, he's like traveling.
Is
the
it a
globe.
pleasure? Is he looking for like some players out there?
Yeah, it's a pleasure.
Yeah.
You see the
Pretty
pyramids.
awesome place to go.
Yeah,
Egypt.
you see the pyramids. All right, let's see the pyramids. Let's. If you can't hang one, I know there's a slot game with the pyramids. So let's
Cleopatra, man. Yeah, it's my lady.
Let's talk about it. Talk about our friends. The Bet Park Sportsbook online casino app, I'm sure, has a pyramid slot game in Egypt, ancient Egypt. They got everything. All right, so I was looking at it. Birds, 6.5-point favorite against Washington Saturday. I like them. I think you got to lay it. I think Jaden Daniels shut down for the year. That defense is not good. They won. They beat the Giants. I think Eagles go in and rout them. Rout. It's a router. So I like the Birds. Thursday's a great game. Rams-Seattle, the rematch in Seattle. Seattle is a slight favorite. No Devontae Adams for the Rams. So that's going to be an interesting game. Kind of like lean Seattle. It's a fun game to watch. Good scouting for us. Anyway, check out the Bet Park Sportsbook online casino app. They got it all. All right, $1,000 back if you're down the first 24 hours. BetParks.com has all the details. Got to be in PA, New Jersey, Maryland. Got to be 21. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Now let's talk about Cherry Hill Mitsubishi. Yes, you know what shocked me? Mitsubishi Motors, #1 in customer satisfaction with dealer service among mainstream brands and SUV owners. I didn't know that. I'm not saying that. That's J.D. Power. Even VG listens to J.D. Power.
Sure do.
All right, SUV, they have the best 7-passenger in America. All right, the Outlander. CherryHillMitsubishi.com has you covered. Rates as low as 0% for 60 months. Up to $2,500 off MSRP, America's best warranty, 10 years, 100,000 miles, and 2 years of free maintenance on new Mitsubishis. Go see Bill, all right? Cherry Hill Mitsubishi. Talk to him. Tell him I sent you. CherryHillMitsubishi.com. is open all the time, but go see Bill. He's going to give you a great deal, all right? Give you the Cuz discount. I know people buy Mitsubishis elsewhere. I just don't know why. Don't get it. Don't know why. All right. Now, a little fun snippet from yesterday's show. We had the tech difficulties yesterday. So we want to give you a snippet of the man with 2 sacks, our man, BG, from yesterday's show from Dick's Sporting Goods.
I don't think people realize this story's amazing. I mean, it's just incredible to go through each one. Now, again, the first one, there was a penalty on Coop. There were 2 penalties on the play on Coop. They wind up taking the dead ball foul, which, thank God, the sack counted.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you that they declined it. You know, it was like, decline, and then, of course, we don't want the person to foul because I hate for Coop to have to get fined for this week because, you know, they're gonna fine him for sure. But he did walk up on Coop, and I understood why Coop did what he did. But in this case, thank you, Coop, because it definitely saved my sack.
It's all city synergy. He's being a good PHLY teammate, Cooper DeJean.
That's right.
And they still didn't get no points, so everything worked out well. Yep.
The other one. Take us through the other one.
The other one was just from the first one. You know, just a little momentum, feeling good. Finally got a play. You know, you got that adrenaline going. So I was like, man, you know what? If you give me space again, I'm gonna just go bull rush on him. And I gave him like a little shake. Then I went straight at him. And man, when I pushed him back, I seen Kenny right there, tried to swipe at the ball, fell on the ground, just happened to fall right on his foot, grabbed one, and man, just held it as long as I could and ended up falling down. Yep. So yeah, it was such a good feeling.
It had to be, man. What a great story, right? Like, you know, people go, well, the stories ends with the Super Bowl last year, right? But no, it shows you it can continue, and it's great. Like the fact that you have 2 sacks in the game it's just unbelievable. I love it, man. I just love the story. It's fantastic. So. How much inside we have to talk about that. Like, you played inside. That's a big deal. I don't think people realize that you shifting inside like that and what you've been able to give Vic on the front was a monster. It was really a big help to the team without Jalen Carter.
Especially while Jalen Carter is out. I mean, we got Byron Young who's stepping up in a big way. You got Jordan Davis. I mean, Morrow yesterday got him a sack. I mean, man, it's just cool to be in their room and to learn how they take like the techniques that they learn and just seeing how they coach run they meeting rooms. And I mean, man, it's a good group. I see why them boys been playing really good because, for one, they got a great coach. Then, the guys that's in the room. JC, can't wait to see him. Hopefully it's this week. And man, I hope to just be able to just fill in where they see fit.
You like playing inside?
I do like playing inside because I know playing inside, those guys don't want to move as much, and I feel like my quickness could be to my advantage. And so it's just about me just working and just making sure that I'm doing the technique and just working it every day until I get real comfortable, and then that's when you can throw your little toolbox that you can throw different things at them to, play these little games that you play that on how we play in sports. Anyway, we got these little tricks we learn, and you got to know when you can play those tricks within the scheme. So yeah, man, I do like it inside.
It's interesting. Sometimes I see why. Bo, you'll remember this. Spags developed this NASCAR package when he was with the Giants.
Sure.
And it was so effective putting his ends. He wound up going 4 ends and putting his ends in the middle and front because that quickness that BG's talking about can be so effective in the middle.
Yeah,
And we talked about this on the show. You know, there's the difference between, you know, when you're inside, you've got, as you said, 1.5 steps before you got to make your move versus 2.5 on the outside. I think you being so good with your hands makes a difference. But the thing that's also interesting, Cuz, is, I mean, we know that BG has made plays inside before, the most famous play of his career.
Yeah.
But Vic made an interesting point this week that he's not so sure you've spent time there when you've also really had to worry about the run too. And it hasn't just been, you know, a 3rd and long, obvious rush package.
Right.
You've had extra responsibilities.
Yeah, you got extra responsibilities. That last game, that was my first real test inside against the Chargers.
Right.
And I mean, they got a big online, and them boys, you know, they played, and I held my own in there. And all I want to do is be able to hold my own whenever my name's called. And I got some I got some tools in my toolbox that I can use now that I've been a part of it the last 2 weeks.
All right, let's talk about the game. It was a game that everyone needed. It was the perfect. It really was the perfect tonic, right? Because the defense continued to play lights out. I mean, 75 total yards. You held the Raiders to
75 yards.
I mean, like, you think about that, like that number, that's unbelievable. BG, 75 yards, man.
Man, I know. It was something. It's definitely something that we can build on. That as a defense, we know we got some good stuff, man. We really do got some good stuff right now. I feel like Adoree Jackson has sewn up, you know, that spot over there. He's been doing really good the last couple weeks, man. I just think it's about just the way we pouring into each other, talking to each other, just having these type of games where, I mean, man, I'm ready to go to practice tomorrow already because I know it's about being on the same page. And really, that's all it really is on defense. And then, of course, you got to make your plays when the play come to you, but it's just about being in position. And I think Vic has done a great job of just having everybody feeling comfortable and confident in their game and knowing that he's going to put us in the right call, and we go out there and we just execute.
Well, listen, we know the defense has been incredible all year long. What this game to me signifies was the return of the offense and finding a little bit of identity, finding some good confidence. You know, Jalen under center, Jalen in the run game. You know, the offense. Well, that to me is just a great takeaway. I'm sure you feel the same way.
Yeah, I feel the same way, man. I really do. It is about confidence and gaining that confidence at the right time. For us now, we just going out there every day and, man, working. And then sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. And the last 3 weeks, it didn't work as best for us as we wanted it to. But everybody stayed the course. Now, this game right here, people could say the Raiders all they want to or whatever it is. But I feel like we collectively went out there and executed on all sides of the ball, special teams, offensively and defensively. And the offense for sure can build off this because we got the run game going, and you know we had a good balanced attack. Got Jalen moving out the pocket a lot more, and just being able to do what he does. And man, you seen what that showed up. Him hitting AJ, him hitting Devontae deep balls, and then I thought Coop was gonna get one, but he had a good. It was a good PI.
Yeah.
You know that he caused, and man, everybody played their part, and everybody did they role of what coach asked them to do.
To your point, cuz on the under center stuff, this was the most they've been under center ever under Nick in terms of percentage, the most for an Eagles team since 2016.
Wow.
It was very
30?
clear that was an
30
emphasis.
Snaps?
It was 58%, something like
Okay,
that.
right.
The percentage, yeah.
Yeah.
And Nick had never been on over 50% before.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, listen, you know, we could say all you want about, you know, Raiders. It was the Raiders, and I get it as a caveat, but here's the thing. If the offense didn't have success, what would we be saying, right? Like, what would people be saying?
100%.
Right.
You know what I mean? I mean, so it was important to have that kind of success, and the way I think it was deployed. So let's start with, let me throw this. I use the point guard analogy a lot when it comes to Jalen. I think when he's at his best, he's playing it like, you know, magic, right? He's playing it like, that kind of thing where he gets the people in space. He takes what you need, right? Like if I got to run 4 yards for a first down, he can run 4 yards for the first down. He needs to go deep, right? He's on the move. I even like the sprint out. They ran a sprint out yesterday. I was like, I love using his legs. That's part of his superpower.
Yeah, and that's where I feel he's at his best, like you said, where we not predictable. We out there, you don't know if it's gonna be him or is it gonna be Saquon or is he gonna fake, like it's both and then go deep, to AJ or Devontae, or even Goddard, because Goddard got it back into the mix, man. It was so good to see him he missed one. He missed should have had touchdowns, but it's all good. He went out there, took care of his business. He contributed. But man, it was such a good quality game yesterday. Something that we could continue to build on, and it's just confidence for everybody, even us as a defense. We want to keep putting on the showing like that all the time to help the offense be put in position in a great way. Because man, I just feel like us, man, we about to hit that stride, man, and we ain't gonna look back.
Well, that's the thing. Like, a game like this, you needed just to feel good about yourself. A dominant win. Everything you did was successful. All sides of the ball, right? Everybody was buttoned up. Attention to details. That's something I think that will take you, right? Like, that's something that you could bring Saturday into Washington.
100%. And that's why we got to know that it's an NFC East opponent this week. They going to come with it. They want to destroy our season. You know how it goes. Like, I know that feeling of when we was down, we want to be the ones to say, like, hey, we want to have that confidence where we can go into next year because, they not fighting for anything, other than just pride at this point. And so they're going to come out and they're going to play. And they're going to make sure that they go hard, with everything that they can to make sure that they rain on our parade because they don't want us to have that hat and NFC East win, on their field. So we got to know that we got to just stay focused. Let's put in a great week of work. Let's keep the joy on the field. Let's keep the excitement, and then let's show up on Sunday or Saturday in this case.
So what role has Nick played? And this is something, and Bo, chime in here too, because I was impressed by the offense has looked a little different too.
Yes.
The last couple of weeks, right? Like you've seen some different wrinkles. BG talked about Goddard being involved. In a different capacity. He ran a couple. He had the shovel pass that he dug out from Andy, which I loved. Right? There were some good things and some different things that we saw offensively.
My bad.
Yeah, you're right. And my understanding is that Nick has taken a much more involved role in game planning over the past 2 weeks. Have you felt that from inside the building, BG?
Well, I felt that, and I know for him, it's really cool because he got to do it in the beginning, got stripped of it a little bit, learn some more, and now he's back. And I know he's been itching to get back because of what he's learned being out of it a little bit. And now, man, it's starting to come together. And it's just week to week. It's every week, and everybody is chipping in. That's what you like. That's what you want. You want everybody to chip in and throw their 2 cents at you.
Well, Jalen especially, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jalen for sure, because that's the one who's playing. They got to always be on the same page, and I'm just happy that their relationship is continuously blossoming. To where like they know. All right, in this case, I trust you, Jay. What you think right here?
Right.
All right, there you go, baby. BG. You only get BG right here. All right?
Shit.
PHLY. After games, he's flying in, right? It's the greatest thing in the world to get that kind of insights. BG Unblocked. Make sure you watch it. It's fantastic. And, of course, here on our show every week, our buddy Brandon Graham. He's a treasure, man. Really is. Let's take care of some business. And then Baldy. We got Baldy coming up.
Baldy. I miss
All right.
Baldy.
Looking forward to it. See what he has to say about the Eagles. And are they fixed? So we'll talk to Baldy. But first, let's talk about our friends like Parks Casino. Yes. Parks Casino. How about it, gang? Join me. Give the gift of entertainment this holiday season. Tickets to the national headliners at the Excite Center at Parks Casino. Right? Parks Casino, something for everyone's taste. January 16th, Queensryche. March 6th, Candlebox. April 3rd, Cheap Trick. Plus, Friday, December 19th, Aaron Lewis and the Stateliners. Saturday, January 17th, Grand Funk Railroad. January 31st, the Marshall Tucker Band and Jefferson Starship. February 7th, tribute to Elton John and Billy Joel, Piano Man Generations. How about March 14th, comedian Tracy Morgan? Oh, man, it just comes all the time. You got Melissa Etheridge, April 18th. ParksCasino.com to buy tickets for all shows. Parks Casino. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Got to be 21. Give the gift of entertainment. Parks Casino. This is how you win. All right. Now let's talk about bugs. Pests. All right. Evans Pest Control. This isn't some national chain, all right? They're family-owned, community-based pest control company right here in the Delaware Valley. They've been earning their trust in our neighborhoods for years, VG. Evans Pest Control uses state-of-the-art equipment, safe and effective treatment options, and their techs go through continuous training. They're equipped to handle anything: rodents, insects, termites, bed bugs. They offer priority services consultations, which is huge when you got a problem with pests, right? Like, listen, we know that roaches don't knock on the door. Hello, I'm a roach. I'm coming in. All right, do yourself a favor. All right, trust these guys with your home. They got amazing reviews. They won Best of Philly. They're Philly favorites. Check them out. EvansPestManagement.com. It's EvansPestMGMT.com. EvansPestMGMT.com. Hello, this is a rat.
No, they didn't say.
We're here. We know that. How's the rat problem? We got to get Evans up here.
One hasn't jumped.
Evans.
One hasn't jumped on Andrew in a couple months.
Yeah. Every once in a while, there's one that tries to attack me over here.
So you know the whole story about the vet. The coaches they would hear the rats.
Ugh.
So one fell on Juan Castillo's desk from the ceiling. It fell through the ceiling and landed on his desk.
Yes.
Juan Castillo. And then that's why they got all the cats. Because then they just
we should have a cat up here.
And the cats got rid of all the mice.
Yeah. There's a very popular establishment on South Street. It's not active anymore, but they had a problem to the point where they fell through the drop ceiling on people while they're eating dinner.
No!
Yes.
Is it a place on Front Street?
No. Between 2nd and 5th. I'm not saying.
Oh, my God. Oh, that's the worst. Oh, man. All right, what's the deal with Baldy, right?
We're just waiting for him, yeah.
All right, Baldy's getting ready, so we'll get his take after a crazy weekend of football.
I thought about Baldy a lot because I saw a lot of people out there swimming, deep diving out in Hawaii. Seems like his kind of town, his kind of area.
Right, he loves Hawaii.
I would think, yeah.
He's got friends.
A lot of reefs out there to be looking at.
There was a guy. Who was it? Rich Miano.
Oh, yeah.
Rich Miano was from Hawaii. And Baldy was like best friends with Rich.
Really?
Yeah. In fact, he still talks to Rich's daughter, I think.
Baldy.
Yeah, Baldy, he's in Hawaii. Remember, Baldy did a bunch of stuff out in Hawaii for football.
Oh, that would make sense.
Yeah. He did it. Yeah, he did a bunch of stuff.
So, hey, we just real quick, Trash Man's got to pick. If I can go local, I'd love to. Drexel's screaming at me tonight, -6.5 versus Howard. Drexel, they're not really good, but this 6.5 looks like a steal tonight against Howard.
You're on fire.
I'm 15-4 so far.
15-4. Mm-hmm. Damn, Trash Man. You're a great college hoop, man.
I get that early ticket on Arizona, number 1 right now.
Yeah,
get them to win it.
Yeah, you are. You're a great college basketball man.
We're lucky so far, It's just luck.
Nah, it's skill, man. It's a lot of games. There's a million games. So, to be able to decipher, read through it all, and come up with your trash picks, that's a skill.
And if you can back a local squad, you got to try it.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you. All right. We're going to get back. We got Baldy coming up, and I want to get into this whole landscape of the NFC.
I mean, we know what it is, right? It's the Rams.
Okay, so here you go. You got Eagles in the East.
Yes.
You got Bears in the North.
Do you think? I don't know about that.
Well, I don't know. You got Green Bay and Detroit.
Yeah, Bears got a couple games out. I'd be surprised if they don't lose both of them.
Where are they playing? Where they got?
I'll pull it up.
South, I think Tampa's going to win that. And in the West is the power division with Rams, Seahawks, and Niners.
Bears got Green Bay at home, at San Fran, and then the Lions at home. I mean, that's a tough slate.
That's 3 tough games.
Yeah, they may win one.
I mean,
one.
The thing is crazy.
They win one. What's that put them at? 11 and
I play it
6.
out. 11 and 6. Green Bay. We got to have Green Bay schedule because Green Bay. Now, but here's the thing: the Packers without Micah is scary. Like, I don't know how you
think
survive.
that really just crushes them.
Yeah, I think that buries you. Well, let's find out what Baldy has to say on the Xfinity mobile call-in line. Baldy.
Baldy, Baldy. Oh, let's talk some football. Ay, Baldy, Baldy. Oh, he likes meats and football.
Oh, Baldy.
Let's see what we got here.
I hear his voice, the voice of God.
Yeah. All right, there we go, Cuz. Sorry about that.
There he is.
Nice.
I spilt my coffee, man. I got it all over every place. So
Yeah,
here we go.
I do that too.
I'm good now.
I do that once a week. All right, lots to unpack.
All right,
It's crazy.
let's go.
Start Eagles. Look, I know it's the Raiders, but we saw some.
No, don't butt, Cuz. There's only one Raiders. That's pathetic, man. That is a pathetic organization. That was a scrimmage on Sunday, Cuz. That's what you do in preseason when you take your starters out for the fourth quarter and you put all your backups in as far down the depth chart as you can go. Like I didn't get any. If I was the Eagles, look, they took care of business. They played well, but I don't know what you get out of playing that team.
Well, I mean, I just was happy that Jalen was under center 58% of the time and that he ran.
Yep, no doubt. No, those are positives. I mean, look, that's the formula. You run it 47 times, you throw it 15, you're efficient in the passing game. You get the deep ball to Devontae, you get the touchdown to AJ, you find Goddard for a bunch. I mean, and you pound the football. They blocked really well up front. I thought Steen played really good outside of the penalty. But no, I mean that's the formula.
They are bad though. The Raiders
They're horrible.
Are awful.
So Goddard scores 2 touchdowns, right? He shovel pass. All right. They run him in motion across the formation. There's 4 Raiders out there, including Max. Not one guy sets the edge. They literally Goddard could have walked into there it is. He literally walked into the end zone right there.
Yeah, he did. He strutted. It was like a mummer's strut down Broad Street.
It was a Mummer's Day strut. It really was, cuz. I wish I would have used that. Like it was a Mummer's Day strut down Broad Street.
What have you talked to Max? Because you're close with him. They're just awful. Like they got Pete Carroll's is going to get fired. Like they've got one
legitimate starter on the offense line, Dylan Parham, the left guard. Everybody else is a backup at best. Stone Forsythe, pick a guy. Glaze, they're all backups. But Genty, I mean, I would take right now, after 15 weeks, I'd take Kyle Monangai, a 7th-round pick out of Rutgers, over Ashton Genty. In any game, I would take him.
Wow, Mamma Mia, you would take Monangai over Genty. And you remember, like, you and I both loved him. I mean, coming out of Boise, like he ran through contact. He's weird. He almost seeks contact, but it's like, dude, this is the NFL. You're not going to be able to break tackles like you did in college.
No, but I just don't see the juice.
No.
I don't see the juice you need. I don't see the explosive first step. I don't see him being able to make people miss. I know the line up front is awful. I get it. But I don't know, like that's a horrible. Like it's like no offense to Pete. Pete's had a great run in football. Period. A great run. But they literally have a guy assigned to making sure they protect Pete on the sideline when stuff starts coming at him, sweeps and guys are running out of bounds and guys are playing ball, and like if he's close, they literally have a guy protecting him so he doesn't get hit. Like I see that and I'm like, man, you got a beautiful house in the North Shore of Hawaii. Like go back to the house, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm not putting it all on Pete. I mean the roster's awful.
No, the roster stinks, so that's not Pete's fault. All right, let's go through the NFC. The state of the NFC right now. We'll start out west where it's incredible. So we got Rams-Seattle Thursday night, which is going to be the big showdown, the rematch. The Niners are playing all of a sudden really good football. They're healthy. You got they're
playing good on one side of the football.
Right. They're banged up on the defensive side.
Well, but just not just that. But just even if Fred was in there, Nick was in there, like their corners and safeties, like you watch what Tennessee did to them. I mean, they've got, it's not, look, they've won 10 games. Give Kyle credit. The offense is really good. They got everybody healthy. It's a completely healthy offense. Maybe the only healthy offense in all of football. They got all 11 starters out there, including Pearsall, who had a good game on Sunday. And Brock Purdy played very well. Like, I think they can score points, and Kyle knows how to put a game plan together. Like, they're good that side of the ball. The other side of the ball, I mean, they better be able to put up 30 down the stretch here against Chicago and Seattle. They play Indianapolis this weekend. And then, for the postseason, wherever they are, I mean, if they have a chance, if they get there, which I think they will, because they should get their 11th win this week. Although the Colts aren't laying down. They played really well in Seattle, but they get 11 wins, they're going to be in. They're going to be tough. The offense is good.
Yeah. Now, where are you at with Seattle? There's something untrustworthy about them.
I guess, they want us to talk about Sam. Defensively, they're very good.
Yeah.
They're very good. They've got playmakers. They can stop the run. They've got a creative defensive coordinator. They've got guys that match up, and Devin Witherspoon and Emanware. Like, they've got guys that can match up. They've got a lot of things defensively where they can give you a hard time. Offensively, this Rashid Shaheed has made a big difference.
Yeah.
When the return game and a guy opposite Jackson Smith and Jigba, nobody can cover in Jigba. They've got the potential to be very good and can go on the road and play very well.
And then we'll see about Devontae, but the hamstring, man, that's a shame because the two of them together make them just unstoppable.
Well, not just that, but like they dress 4 tight ends. All of them have caught touchdown passes. Parkinson got 2 the other day, but Higbee, Allen, Ferguson, like their tight ends are a big part of their offense. I think they've caught 11 touchdown passes, just the tight ends group. But they've got 2 backs. They got a healthy offensive line. Stafford can beat anybody. I mean, the show that was between Puka Nacua and Amon-Ra St. Brown, like that show within the game was amazing to watch.
It really was.
See great receiving play. Like, watch those 2 guys. It really, I mean, you saw it. Like, that was some great receiving play right there.
So then you got the North. Bears have a tough schedule the rest of the way. Packers lose Micah, which is a devastating loss.
Horrible.
And then you got the Lions, who I still go. If they make it, I still wouldn't want to play them.
I agree. I'm going to be there this weekend. They play Pittsburgh this weekend.
Oh wow.
Yeah, both teams are 8-6. Detroit hasn't won 2 games in a row since October 5th. They've won one, lost one for 10 straight weeks in a row now. So they haven't put it together, not yet. And they got beat up on the offensive line. They couldn't run the ball last week against the Rams. I mean, Goff made up for it. But if you see
real quick, Baldy,
the,
what did they do against Gibbs? Like, I haven't seen. They took Gibbs out of the run game and the pass game. He was. They didn't. It was amazing. I didn't think you could take him out of both, and they did.
It's amazing when you have 9 defensive linemen that are like under age 25, how they play the game. Like, there's no offense to veteran guys, I mean, they've earned their keep. But when you have young guys that just literally attack the proper way, stack, shed, get off blocks, they squeeze from the backside, Jared Verse, Byron Young, they squeeze from the backside, Josiah Stewart, pick a name. I just saw this kid for the first time, Dejon Johnson. Like, the guy was a 7th round pick 2 years ago. Like, any guy they put in there, like, they just squeeze you. And, like, as good as Gibbs is, he couldn't run through that gauntlet. His longest run was 6 yards. Mm-hmm. They had 20 runs, they gained 70 yards. The Rams, they've got some weaknesses now, especially with because honestly, the red zone threat was Adams. Like, they would finish with touchdowns once they got inside the 5 because of his ability and the timing they has. Now, he came off the field. It didn't look good. It doesn't look like I know he's not going to play Thursday, but I don't know if this is going to be 2 weeks or a month. Who knows?
Yeah. It was interesting because Detroit doubled him when they got inside the 5. Detroit doubled Adams.
Yeah.
They
should.
Which is awesome, right? Because now you got
Parkin's
that space.
been caught too.
Yeah.
So it's going to Stafford's going to throw it to the open guy. So, and the guys that he trusts. So, and Puka was unreal. Just like, there's just not many guys that tough in this league. Hands of just like, he doesn't drop a ball, man. He's an amazing player. But look, the Rams are good. They're really good. I think, we saw them up front week 4 here in Philadelphia. I mean, those field goals don't get blocked at the end. I mean, they beat the Eagles.
So the Packers suffer a devastating loss, losing Micah off that.
When they lost Micah at the end of the 3rd quarter, the Packers were up 23-21. Now Bo Nix was playing great to begin with, but when Micah is chasing you, you don't complete passes. Like, it's impossible to run that fast and complete a pass. Like, Bo Nix is running as fast as he can about 4 different times with Micah chasing him. You can't, I don't care who you are. You can't complete a pass when he's chasing you. Like, they designed the perfect defense for him to showcase his skills. They don't have anybody that can replace him. And even on Sunday, they played 47 snaps. Like, the amount of attention he draws frees up one-on-one for Rashawn Gary, none of these other guys are going to beat the Eagle offensive linemen. They're not.
No, and you look at it's a shame because when the Packers lose him, you could tell like they just got deflated. And now going forward, their offense is too erratic. They had to win because of their defense. I think their offense it goes hot and cold.
Yeah. I mean, look, they made some plays. I don't know. We'll see about Watson. I think this, they drafted, this Campbell out of Texas. And he actually showed up in that game. And he's been underused all year. I don't even know if he's caught passes in some of these games. I don't know if he's been ineligible, if he's been sat down, whatever, but he came alive. Like, that guy, trust the talent. Just trust the talent on that kid. Look, that front in Denver is as good as anybody's. So you're probably, look, you put up 23 points. You should be enough. It should be enough to win a lot of games. But at the same time, they're really good. So, Green Bay is still formidable, they're going to have to do it a different way.
And then you got the South, where I don't know. I mean, I still got to believe Tampa wins that thing.
Well, they played Carolina twice. New Orleans might be the best team in the South right now. So they're not like Mike Evans came back and he looked good. But they
Godwin look good, dude.
Defensively, they're a mess.
Here's what I don't understand, because I looked at their offense. You got 3 backs. You got Bucky. You got White. You got Tucker, who's good between the tackles, right? You got Ibuka, Evans, McMillan's back. He looked good, and Godwin. I mean, they got endless skill guys.
But they've never had all those guys on the field together. All right,
and now they do.
Happening for the first time, and they lost. First time they had all those guys on the field together, and they lost. So they're not as good without Tristan Wirfs. He wasn't in the lineup. Like, they'll get healthy on offense and they'll score points. We'll see. Carolina has been hot and cold. They look like they can be world beaters some weeks, and other weeks they get just splattered. I don't think they're. But defensively, I like Todd Bowles, but that rant he went on is just inexcusable, honestly.
Wow.
He should do that in the locker room to his team. Nobody needs to hear that. I mean, it doesn't do any good. That's his defense that got scorched. All right, it's his defense. All right, so his fingerprints are on that defense. It should start with himself, because the blitzes aren't getting home. Now they were playing without Tyke Smith, and Jamel Dean got hurt. You can make all these excuses, but they've been giving up big runs and explosive plays all year.
So it's interesting. So you say, hey, coach, no good in that, doing it like that.
What's the point? Who's he directing it at? Is it at Baker? Is it at Vita Vea? Is it at Hassan Reddick? Is it at everybody? Or then just do it in the locker room. You want to use that language and act like that? Do it in the locker room to your team. Do it on Wednesday in your team meeting. Do it in the locker room pregame coming out of the tunnel. I don't think that. I don't know. I think that there is a place for some class, when you get to that post game like that.
Well, I got to be honest with you. I felt the same way. At a press conference, a professional press, that setting, you don't need to drop all those F-bombs.
Well, look, we always talk
it's
about
getting recorded.
I don't care what sport we play in. We always talk about maintaining poise throughout. Everybody's going to get squeezed.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to get squeezed. I don't care what the situation is. Some guys just react in those moments where you're getting squeezed, and they flourish. When a head coach does that, I'm looking around, I'm going, that's like a panic move. It's just, there's no poise. There's no, okay, we can, in the emotions, you can lose your class, dignity sometimes, but still, that, you got to keep that together.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right about that. I was kind of taking it back. I don't mind you blasting your team, but you can't. The F-bombs were it was every other word.
Well, I mean, is he doing that on the sideline to him? During the game when he's watching these explosive plays they're giving up, and there's no edge, nobody's setting an edge, and they're just going around the corner like that. I mean, look, I like this Tyler Shuck a lot. And he beat him up pretty good 2 weeks ago too. They're having trouble with defensively. I mean, New England went up and down the field on them. They put up a big number. Travion Henderson had a huge day. Had 2 runs of over 50 yards against them. It just hasn't been good.
You know what's funny? I was thinking about this the other day because I was watching McCarthy Sunday night, and I'm guilty of this too because Shuck was horrible. We're looking at the preseason, early in the season. You got to give these kids some time. It's just not. We all. I'm guilty of it too. You watch a kid, you go, he's terrible. Oh my God, but it's really not fair. And you even saw it in college with Manning, right? And when you saw Manning early in the year, I'm like, oh man, he looks. And by the end of the year, he started. Now he's going to go back to Texas. like he's going to be a good quarterback. I just know it in the NFL. And it's the same thing. As much as I don't really like McCarthy, I mean, he played well Sunday night. I mean, I know Dallas' defense is
2
not
weeks
good.
in a row.
Yeah.
He's played very well 2 weeks in a row. Now,
Yeah.
is it's too late. They can't do anything about it. So is it just one of those things where, they're playing a team that's also kind of out of it? I don't know. Like sometimes you can get kind of a false impression. But look, quarterbacks have to play. You have to give them time to either sink or swim to develop. Look at Bo Nix right now. I mean, Bo Nix couldn't complete a pass to a receiver the first 2 weeks of his rookie season. Like the ball never touched the receiver's hands. Like he's carving up defenses. He's taken. I don't know how many game-winning drives he has. He's got a bunch already this year. But I mean, Sean Payton never coached anybody like that before.
Yeah.
Yeah, like JJ, Tyler Shuck. Like one thing about Shuck is he's 6'5", he's 230 pounds, he's got a big arm and he can run. Like there's things there, and you let Kellen Moore coach a quarterback, he's gonna improve.
So here's my question about the NFC. Which teams, assuming the Eagles, finish it off, host a playoff game, who should we be worried about coming to Philadelphia wild card weekend?
Well, look, I mean, Chicago came here and they beat them up. Now, are they going to run for 250 yards again? Probably not. But still, the formations and the motions bothered that defense. All right. So, like, they at least they're going to come here with some level of confidence. And, Caleb's never seen the postseason. Sometimes you're going to see the very best because that guy's athletic ability is off the charts. He's a hard guy to get to the ground. And you don't know what he's going to do when he breaks the pocket and he gets beyond the X's and O's. Like, those are the type of plays that, no matter how good you play defensively, those are the kind of plays where guys, like Mahomes, like he's got that type of ability to extend plays. I'm not comparing him to Pat Mahomes, but he's got that kind of ability where he can break your defense down by holding the ball for 6 seconds and finding somebody, in addition to what they can do in the run game. So, they've come here and won. Like, they're at least going to come here with some level of confidence, if they have to come here.
Hey,
they might win the division. They might win the division and have a home playoff game.
Baldy, I was saying earlier in the show, I think San Fran's going to be they could be a pain in the butt to get rid of. I'm looking at their schedule now. They're 10-4. They're at Indy. Then they got Then they got the Bears and they got Seattle. Bears. I mean, I can see them outscoring all three of those teams and rolling in at 13-4, maybe 12-5. You see that possible?
Well, the last two games are at home. Mm-hmm. That will help. Both those teams need to win. Like, they're all going to play. Nobody's sitting at that time. Seattle's going to be trying to compete for a division playoff spot, the whole thing. They're going to get the very best of those teams. I mean, just watching San Francisco's defense. I saw Tony Pollard run for 100. Chunks, like 20-yard chunks. I just don't believe in that defense. But I'll say this about the defense. They play freaking hard, man. Like, they're all those kids. They're all, they're kids, literally. I mean, they're Curtis Robinson's the third-team middle linebacker. But they get to the football. They really do. But their safeties and corners are I don't know. Like, I'm not impressed. So, but offensively, they could play keep away. Like, they've got everybody. They could put up probably 20, 24, 28 points on anybody in this playoffs right now.
Wow. It's going to be interesting, man. I'm looking at this Eagles team and I go, all right. Like, I was kind of optimistic. I forget about the Raider piece of it, but I just like the direction of the offense. And that's kind of where I feel good about.
I do too. No, I do. I felt like what I want to see, though, in these last 3 weeks, like, obviously, Washington, Buffalo, Washington. Like, I'm watching Brock Purdy this morning, right? Got to do this thing in San Francisco when we finish. Like, he's playing the game with a great deal of joy. He's laughing. Guys are chasing him all over the field. Like, he's patting the guy in the helmet. Like, he's having fun. Like, I'd like to see the Eagles win and look like the guys on offense are having fun. Like, I know AJ caught a touchdown pass, but he doesn't look like he's having any fun to me. You know, it's just a small little thing. It probably doesn't mean a thing, but you'd like to see guys like winning games right now and like feeling good about themselves. Like, I don't know that fun would be a description of this Eagles team. Like, the fans, they feel it, they see it. Like, there's something about playing this game. This December football, we used to call it, when I was with the Cowboys, the dash for the cash. You know, like, this is what it's all about. Like, getting to mid-December here and finishing strong and then going to the postseason with a smile on your face going, we're the team to beat. And just feeling confident like that.
Dash for the cash. I like it. I like it.
Not that it was that much cash, but, you know, it was.
Yeah, I love it. All right, brother. I know you got the San Francisco thing coming up. We'll talk to you later in the week.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep, let's do it.
Lots to get to. All right. Thanks, buddy.
Okay, buddy. Yep.
There
See
he
you,
is.
Cuz.
Baldy. Let's take a moment, talk about our friends.
Let's do it.
All right. Then I want to tell you about Cuzmas. And then we're going to go talk some Flyers.
Yeah, Charlie.
Flyers and Phillies on the docket to continue the 4-for-4 theme of today.
Charlie made a statement in one of his pieces where I'm going to run it by you. See if you agree. We get him up here with it.
All right. I'm looking forward to it. But first, who are we going to talk about?
Let's talk about Shady Rays. You know, there's that moment when you realize you left your favorite sunglasses at the beach or on the roof of your car or at a gas station 3 states away. I've been there. I had a really nice pair of sunglasses, and I left them in a hotel room in Toronto, a whole nother country. And then I was always like, I was a little shaken, afraid to bring my sunglasses out on the road with me. And I really didn't wear them as much as I should have. And then Shady Rays, they changed the world. They changed the game because these sunglasses, they're made for real life. They're seriously good looking, polarized, durable. They're not stupidly expensive. And here's the wild part. If you lose or break them, even on day one, Shady Rays will send you a brand new pair, no guilt trip, just replacements. So now I actually wear my sunglasses without fear. Hikes, concerts, on the boat, wherever. Because Shady Rays, well, they're the eyewear that's got your back. So we've teamed up with Shady Rays to bring you an exclusive offer. Head over to shadyrays.com. Use the code PHLY for 35% off polarized sunglasses and try for yourself the shades rated 5 stars by over 300,000 people. ShadyRays.com. Let's talk about Spectre cards. Philly sports fans, listen up. It's the season of gifting, and you're looking for something truly unforgettable this year, and I've got the perfect idea. You got to check out the incredible work from Philadelphia sports artist Jordan Spector over at SpectorSportsArt.com. I personally own one of Jordan's pieces myself, and trust me, they're not just posters you hang on the wall. These are museum-level artworks of the greatest moments and icons in Philly sports history. His collections comes in prints, canvases, and even athlete-partner trading cards. And get this, one of the newest cards actually includes a piece of Brandon Graham's real game-worn jersey from that matchup in New Orleans. Remember, against the Chiefs? And it doesn't get more authentic than that. A piece of Brandon Graham's real game-worn jersey. So if you got a diehard sports fan in your life, or if you want to treat yourself, this is the kind of gift they'll talk about forever. So head over right now, SpectorSportsArt.com. That's SpectorSportsArt.com, and grab yourself something epic for the Philly fan in your life, or if you just want something for yourself. These are great pieces to gift yourself, and they got that piece with Brandon Graham's game-worn jersey. You can't beat it. SpectorSportsArt.com.
All right. It's time for Cuzmas. As we count down the 12 days of Cuzmas.
What is this day? Is this day 7, day 8? What is it?
That's a great question. Brought to us by Dick's Sporting Goods. We were there yesterday at the Dick's Sporting Goods. It's 7?
7.
Perfect. We were there yesterday in Cherry Hill. Awesome.
Yes.
In fact, I left you. You were doing shopping.
I shopped. I dropped a bunch of cash at Dick's Sports Goods.
It took Ethan and I about half an hour, 35 minutes to break down everything, get out of there. And we're walking down the center aisle of Dick's, and I look to my left, and who is there? VG, still shopping.
Man, knocked out like 4 or 5 gifts.
Did you?
Yeah.
I love it, man. I had to get out of there. I don't have the.
I don't get to the burbs much, so I was like, I'm here. Might as well take advantage of it.
It's fantastic, dude. It really is. So, in the 12 days of Cuzmas, each day I give you a gift idea, right? Yesterday we had the ladies, the Kalia sportswear.
Really nice stuff.
Right? Good stuff. Well, today it's for the golf lovers. That's right. Here you go, Andrew. Ghost Sports Range Cage.
Oh,
The
man.
perfect training net for golf lovers. Unlike hitting nets, right? The traditional hitting nets, the Range Cage has netting on the top and sides for more versatility. Now you can practice with high loft clubs without potentially hitting the surrounding area. The huge 10-foot by 8-foot size provides plenty of space for practice, while the durable netting withstands high-speed swings. Best of all, the Range Cage has a simulator screen so you can feel like you're at the range. This is awesome. Easily set up indoors or practice outdoors without the sim screen. In the garage, the yard, storing, you can store in the included carrying case when necessary, dude. So take your golf game to the next level with the Go Sports Range Cage. The simulator is not included. You can get that as an extra.
I wish I had a basement.
I need that.
Yeah.
I need that thing. I would love to have that.
So I want that. I want that for baseball.
Yeah.
They have a hit tracks thing. You ever see this?
Yeah.
It's just like the golf simulator.
Yeah.
The hit tracks. So it'll tell you, like, Moss was addicted to it. Like, you could see, like, it'll tell you where it goes 350 feet and, the whole nine. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
It's really
that's
cool.
why you live over in the burbs. That's the whole reason so you can have toys like that.
Yeah.
You got a yard to put that out there,
Dude, if I ever get some extra money, I'm going to turn my yard into a sports complex. I often wanted to turf my yard.
Do you get, will the county let you do that? Can you turf a yard?
I asked Tab, she's like, shut up. What's wrong with you? What's the matter with you? All right. So let's talk a little Flyers, as they have shown incredible moxie against the league's best. Let's go back. They have faced everybody, all right? Go back to the two Florida teams between Florida and Tampa, and they survived. This latest stretch where you're playing the Lance, you're playing Vegas,
Gauntlet of
right? You're playing Carolina twice.
Yeah.
Like the best teams in the league, and they're through 60 minutes. Forget what happens in overtime to shootout. 60 minutes, they're playing these teams even.
They're holding their own. Yeah, it's promising. They're not getting blown out. They're right there. They're not a tough out. They're right there with them. They're just, this is what I think we think the Flyers are. They're just like, they're close.
They're close.
They're close.
And
They're playing these teams close.
That. This is what I wanted to see.
Yeah.
So joining us to talk some Fly Guys, our man from the All PHLY Flyers show on the Xfinity mobile call-in line, the great Charlie O'Connor. Charlie!
How's it going, Ed?
Well, I feel great. I mean, they have faced a gauntlet of teams, right? And they held their own.
Yeah, I mean, they're not getting wins, but they're getting points. And that Carolina weekend, Carolina is a team. Number one, they're one of the best teams in the Eastern Conference. They've been one of the best teams in the Eastern Conference for quite a few years now. But they're also a team that the Flyers always struggle with. It's just not the greatest stylistic matchup for the Flyers. Hasn't been for a long time. And while they don't win either of those games, and from what I gather, they were very frustrated after both of those games that they didn't at least get one win because they're right there. They go to the shootout. You do go to the shootout in both. You pick up a point in each game. You functionally, like from a standings standpoint, it's like they won a game and they lost a game because you pick up 1 point, that's 2 points. That's what you get for one win. And that's not bad to come out with what is like functionally a split of the weekend. Now, obviously, the Hurricanes get 4 points, but I don't think anyone is realistically thinking the Flyers are chasing down the Hurricanes. Even the most optimistic person following the Flyers doesn't think they're going to win the division. They're battling for a playoff spot, and to get a playoff spot, you need points, and they're getting points. They got a point against Vegas too.
I know. I know they were disappointed because they jumped out to the 2-0 lead on Thursday, or what was it? One day where they're up 2-0. Saturday. They're up 2-0. Zegras, by the way, he just doesn't stop. He's unbelievable.
This is what I wanted to bring up because Charlie wrote his piece that Zegras is the new centerpiece of the Flyers offense. So Michkov might get there, but
he's not wrong. I mean, you can't watch. I mean, we're now through a good portion of the season, and Charlie's right. Like, I'm a Michkov, he's my favorite. I love him. But I mean, he hasn't produced.
Yep.
He still looks sluggish. He's still at times. It's Zegras, man. He just is all over the place. Charlie's right.
He's just been the most reliable guy they've got. And look, some of that is ice time. Mishkov isn't getting the same ice time as Zegras, but part of the reason why Zegras is getting more minutes than Mishkov is Zegras has been better than Mishkov. And look, the thing with Trevor Zegras this year is that even when he has games where he doesn't look as effective, he finds ways to produce. He finds ways to get a goal late. He finds ways to pick up a couple secondary assists. He's just finding ways to manufacture offense. And you're watching him like this isn't a fluke. It's not fluky. It's not like he's getting lucky. He's creating offense on almost every shift. Look, he's never going to be an amazing defensive player. We know that. That's a big reason why he's playing the wing right now. But if he's able to make up for it by producing on a nightly basis, producing goals, producing assists, then why not? Like, to me, this is a guy who 3 years ago was viewed by basically everybody around the league as a future superstar, and now he's producing at a significantly better rate than he did when he was viewed as a future superstar. The point I made on our show a couple days ago was that at what point do we accept that Trevor Zegras is actually this good? Because I get the sense that a lot of people are still hesitant to do so. I don't know. We've seen it for 31 games. Like, we're getting to that point.
I don't know why you would question that. I mean, if you watch him, he's dynamic. He pops on the ice. You see it. What is? I thought Michkov was turning the corner a little bit, and then he kind of dips again.
Yeah, it looked like he was turning the corner this past week. He picks up a secondary assist in one of the games against Carolina, so he hasn't been pointless. He does get on the board, but I agree. This
shots are down. He's getting like a shot a game.
Yeah, tougher play, I would say. Look, there's a lot of factors that are going into this. How much of it is Mishkov, struggling because he's frustrated because, he wants to score more and he's not. How much of it is just that he's not getting the minutes he was getting before because Tocchet's using him as a third liner as opposed to Torts, who was using him basically as a first liner. We can go back and forth on this all day, but it's undeniable if you watch him that he's not been looking as dynamic offensively, I would say, as he did last year. He's still making plays. It's not as if he's like, I don't watch him and think like, oh man, this guy's going to be a bust. He's falling off a cliff. Like, I still see it. It's just I don't see it as often as he did last year. And some of that is that he's not getting as many minutes, but some of that too is that, I feel like last year, like the wins were behind him. He just felt like, oh man, I've got this and I'm just going to make plays. And then this year, he's fighting for minutes. At the beginning of the year, he was fighting to keep up. Now I think the fitness is better, but he didn't make the gains that he wanted to make over the summer. So that's hurting him. Teams know how to defend him a little bit better. They've got tape on him, so that's probably affecting it to a degree. And then there's just a confidence thing. Mishkov is a guy where if he's scoring goals, he feels good, and then he scores more goals. If he's not scoring goals, then he maybe presses a little bit because, again, one thing you forget about, a lot of people forget, I forget sometimes too, like this kid just turned 21. He's not like Zegras is 24 going on 25. It makes sense that he'd have a better handle on how to, deal with the ups and downs of a season than Mishkov, who until a couple of days ago was 20 years old. He's still got a lot to learn, not necessarily in terms of like hockey, although he certainly could get better on the defensive side, but he's just got a lot to learn in terms of, the day-to-day grind of dealing with the mental side of, I didn't have that great of a game on Thursday.
Right, I got to shake it, right.
Yeah, how do I shake it up and have a great game on Saturday? Exactly.
Yeah. Do you ever see Zegras and Mishkov on the same line?
You don't. I mean, occasionally.
No, not now. I'm talking
but not
about,
often.
Will you ever? Do you think you will see that at some point?
It's a good question. I do, but I'm not sure when. I think really what it boils down to is that he's not going to put, he as in Rick Tocchet, is not going to put Mishkov on the same line with Zegras until he feels a higher level of trust in Mishkov. And I think that's really what's going on here more than anything.
Yeah.
He just doesn't trust Mishkov to take the big minutes. And because he's giving Zegras the big minutes, if he puts Mishkov on a line with Zegras, he inherently has to start giving Mishkov, 18, 19 minutes a game. And he just doesn't trust him at that point, at this point, to give him those minutes. So as I think he starts to trust Mishkov's overall game more, and I hope that happens soon, I hope it happens this season, then maybe that becomes more of an option. But until then, I think it's going to be more like he'll pick his spots, because you're seeing Mishkov and Zegras on the same line sometimes, like after a successful penalty kill. So it's sporadic. It's there, but it's sporadic. But I don't think they're going to be regular line mates until there's a little bit
I know.
higher
I'm
level of
dying to
trust from
see
Taka.
it. I'm dying, like our own little McDavid Draisaitl light. You know what I mean? Much light, but I'm dying to see it because of their two skill sets.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be fun. And I think we'll see it at some point. But again, it just comes down to when Taka feels good enough about Mishkov to give him those minutes.
So tonight, les habitants tonight, all right? They're not a good defensive team, Montreal. So, I'm hoping for a little bit of fireworks tonight.
Yeah, I mean, the last time these two teams played, it was a crazy game. Montreal I believe the Flyers took a lead. Montreal comes back. Flyers ultimately end up winning it in extras. It could certainly be a fun game. I mean, I'm excited. I'm going to see it at the Bell Center. I'm in Montreal right now. It'll be fun. Obviously, you're getting to see Demidov, who a lot of people, especially online, have kind of pitted head to head against Mishkov, like who's the better Russian. Now, Demidov, I think right now is probably feeling better about his game than Mishkov's feeling about his. But hey, we saw last year Mishkov, rise to the occasion, have really good games against his quote unquote rivals, Demidov, Celebrini, even when he played against Ovechkin the first time he scores. So hoping to see that. Maybe this is a game where Mishkov can use to really get going.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
Hey Charlie, there's some chatter out there that I guess Flyers are looking for a center, and I mean they've traded away a few, so it's obvious they would be looking for a center. But anyone on your radar? Would it be like just a third line center? Anything?
Yeah. I've heard similar things. Not necessarily that they're like actively seeking out a center, but the thing I've heard is that, and look, you make that Zegras trade 10 times out of 10. It's a no-brainer. It's been a big win for the Flyers. But they do believe that they've missed Ryan Poehling's speed down the middle. Like, look, you look at their centers right now, they're slow down the middle. You got Couturier, you got Dvorak, you got Cates, you got Abels. Dvorak's the only one who I would say is like above average, and he's not a burner. He's just, I would say he's probably overall like an average to above average skater. The other guys are probably below average. I think they feel like they've missed that speed down the middle. It changes the way they have to play, especially at 5-on-5. So I think ideally they're looking for a center who, look, if they could get a 1C, they love it because they know they need a long-term 1C. Those guys are rarely available. But I think at the very least, they're looking for a center with some speed. And they're just, I think Danny's probably just keeping his ear to the ground, hoping he finds somebody that maybe you can push Abels over the wing, maybe you can push him down to the minors entirely. You get a Ryan Poehling replacement, who they never really had after they traded Ryan Poehling in the Zegras deal. I think that would help the team.
TK's a fascinating guy. Like, he's offensively, he could be so good at times, but he turns into a bonehead half the time too, it feels like.
He'll do that. What was your final? Now that you slept on it, it's happened. The Hughes situation.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bummer because the Flyers at some point are going to have to make big moves. They are. And this guy was not just a number one defenseman, but a superstar number one defenseman. He was available. You have an opportunity. It just seems like, and I get it. I get where the Flyers are coming from. Based on everything I've heard, it seems like if the Flyers seriously wanted to get into the bidding, they were going to have to give up one of Mishkov or Martin. At Porter Martin, the guy they took 6th overall. They love both of them. I know there's chatter online that the Flyers don't like Mishkov. They do. They're not souring on him. They still think he's going to be great. They're not going to trade him. And, I guess you could make the case that, you got to take big swings. But the thing is that when it comes to Hughes, I would have been more open to considering, at least thinking about trading one of those two guys in a Quinn Hughes trade if you knew for a fact that Quinn Hughes would re-sign with you. But because you're not going to know that, I can't justify giving up one of those two guys for what might only be a year and a half of Quinn Hughes before he goes and signs with New Jersey. So to me, I get why they didn't do it. It's just disappointing that they couldn't do it because he's a really good player and he would have helped a lot.
He is, but I'm not giving up either of those two. I mean, I'm not doing that. No, answer's no. So I'm completely with you. All right, brother, you're in one of the great cities of North America. I love Montreal.
I know you do.
I do. It's my
It's a
favorite.
fun town.
It's a great old Montreal.
Old Montreal
is really cool. Will you get to see anything?
Yeah. Last night I went to the with a couple of the other beats. I went to Ziggy's, which is like a great like dive bar down there. It's like a hockey bar, so that's cool.
Yeah, it's a cool place.
Today I'll probably do some walking around, but I'll tell you, Ant, it's cold. It's real.
Oh, is it?
cold.
Yeah,
Montreal cold is cold.
Yeah.
They got that whole underground city because it's so cold up there.
It's nasty.
Yeah,
it's nasty. My brother will be watching, listening to you, everything, reading you. Thank you, Charlie. You're the best, buddy.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, guys.
Charlie,
yeah,
bye,
dude.
guys.
That was a surprise cold when I was up there.
I know, it's legit.
Then the hotel we were at had a heated pool outside.
Wow.
Because you freeze it and you step in, it was like almost like a hot tub.
Yeah, that's the best. Are you kidding me? Nah, it's, that kind of cold. No, it was weird. I was in Calgary in between Christmas and New Year's when the Flyers were on that West Coast trip. And dude, it was 72 degrees when I was there.
Yeah, I don't understand the whole way the jet stream goes, where the cold air goes up and down. Like,
I mean, listen, they get a lot of snow. Don't get me wrong, but that day they had this weird warmth pattern that you wouldn't see. Like, you don't see that.
Are they freaking out?
Toronto
Like, what
or
they
Montreal.
do it like 70 degrees.
It was the greatest. I walked from my hotel to the Saddle Dome. It was literally 2 blocks. I was like, that was one of the best trips I took because it was Calgary, Edmonton, Vancouver.
Yeah, I'd like to do that.
That was a fun trip.
Yeah.
I love Vancouver. Vancouver's beautiful.
Yeah. You do? It is beautiful. It's more of like
the water.
I know. It's kind of like an outdoorsy person's, like an REI hiking kind of person's or kayaking.
I like water.
Love REI.
Yeah, you would.
What's REI?
It's
an outdoor store.
It's an outdoor store, but it's not
I don't even
outdoor.
know what that is.
Wait. It's not outdoor like fishing and hunting. It's outdoor like hiking and kayaking.
Yeah.
Everything in there is like $300.
The fun stuff.
Everything in there is
I didn't even know
insanely
what REI
expensive.
is.
Yeah.
One of my favorite stores.
Wow, really? Yeah, you're an outdoorsman. He does his camping trips and sleeps out with the trees.
I was looking for gloves. I went to REI. She used gloves for like $48. I went to Dick's. I got a pair for $8.99. They work perfect. They're warm. It's insulated.
It's also a great store for all that stuff.
Yeah.
All right. I want to get to one thing. We touched on this yesterday because the news came down, but Adolis Garcia coming to the Phillies. Can I tell you, I love this signing.
You love it.
I do.
I like it. You love it.
I'm telling you, he's going to have a big year. All right.
This is like your PG prediction?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
All right.
He's going to hit 25 plus.
I agree with that. I think he's good for 25 here.
I'm going to say 30.
The thing is, because like when you look,
And he's a good defensive outfielder.
his arms got to be in the top 10% of baseball.
Yeah.
But
And I love a Cuban.
he misses. He swings and misses, but he swings in the zone when you look at the stats.
I know the
And his-
strikeouts.
But his ex,
He's not as Castellanos flailing.
no, he misses.
doesn't do that.
He misses in the zone, which is hopeful, and his exit velocity is still like 92nd percentile. So when he's making contact, he's
I'm
bashing
going
the
to
ball.
double down. I'm going to go 30.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
going to say 30 home runs. I love this sign.
I love the energy he brings. They do need that Cuban Latin like intensity and stuff, and he's a guy when he's charged up.
Listen, he had a bad year last year, no doubt. The 2 years ago was all right. The year before that, he had the monster year. That was when he was MVP type of kid, the whole thing. I like him. I love the signing. I think it works. He's exactly the kind of bat that I wanted, along with the Teoscar realm.
Right. Can he get to a Teoscar? Yeah, he does have that possibility.
I believe that.
Yeah. I mean, they
He's a good ball player,
still need work in the outfield. I guess Bader would be a nice addition, but I think he's going to get overpaid. He had his best year ever last
That's what
year.
everybody was saying. That's what I told to somebody.
I feel like he's not going to hold out for a 1 year, $12 million deal. He's going to look for 35, 40, I would think.
I mean, I would have a lot of interest in Bader. I like Bader. I like what he brought. I mean, I don't want to overpay, but I like the guy. I mean, he is older.
And that's as good as he's ever been.
No, it's the ceiling.
Yeah.
Right. And chances are he's not going to produce like that.
Right.
but I still need another outfielder. I need somebody who can play center.
I think I'd go Robert Jr. over Bader. I'd take a chance.
Well, it's cheaper. I got a right fielder,
Mm-hmm.
right? I got, Marsh, Crawford, all right? I need to add another guy that can play center.
Yeah, with a little pop. Like John, like a Cody Bellinger would be phenomenal.
Well, they're not getting Cody.
Phenomenal.
I mean,
3 years, 60?
Cody Bellinger?
Yeah,
I would
you
do
think
it in his second, but I don't think he's doing that. I mean, now you have a great lineup.
I know. And he's a lefty who hits lefties.
I mean, if you just go as is, see, I don't know what they're going to do with Bohm and a reliever. Are they going to trade? They're still going to trade. Are they going to trade Strahm?
I think so.
Right.
I'd be okay with that. He used to look like he's winding down.
If you did Strahm, Bohm, you're saving money.
Mm-hmm.
What do you get? What's that bring you back?
I guess I'm looking
Are you going to put Aiden Miller at third?
Sosa, platoon, somebody. I don't know. Yeah, I guess I'd give Aiden Miller a shot.
Yeah, I give him. I want the
if
young
you bring in a Cody Bellinger, yeah, I'd put anyone at third and give it a shot.
Oh yeah,
but no, I'm looking. They're predicting him 180, 6 years, 180.
Yeah, they're not. I was going to say like 3 years, 60. Where's that math coming? I don't see it.
Yeah. A boy can dream, man.
Yeah,
boy can
but
dream.
I like Garcia. I'm shocked that you got on that sheet. To be honest with you,
Ted Mill.
Yeah, 1 year. Yeah, what's that? Approving? Like, I'm surprised he didn't want 3 for 30.
At least like 2 for 24. Give a guy 12 mil.
Yeah,
I don't know. Then you wear like I was reading like, wow, these Rangers, they see him every day. They like he wasn't worth a $20 million qualifying offer. But maybe you just got to get out of that ballpark.
That ballpark sucks.
Yeah.
The ball just doesn't go out unless you're Seager. Seager's the only one.
The third fewest home runs at ballpark.
I know. Trust me, I know all about that ballpark.
Mm-hmm.
I was there when it first opened.
The first opening of that?
Yeah, that year it opened and it hosted the All-Star game, and it's right near the. It was right near the. There's an amusement park right over there.
Okay.
I remember what that's
Dolly World, Dollyland.
No. It's just some great America.
Oh, everything's great American.
Yeah,
down there.
Yeah. It was that. All right, we get some nugs.
Yeah, we can do a couple nugs.
Yeah, let's do it. VG's nugs.
VG's nugs. Nugs. It's just time for VG's nugs. VG's nugs. Nugs.
Doing some baseball talk. So this is a great one. Blake Snell, when you look at him, you're like, all right. I don't really feel anything when I look at the guy's face. But there's a guy who had a pair of khakis who he thought looked identical.
This is hilarious.
The eyes, the buttons on the pockets, and the eyes kill me when I see
It is so funny.
the nose.
In the world is that? Who takes a picture of their khakis going, it's Blake Snell?
Right?
I don't know.
Who looks at Blake
Genius.
Snell? Like, man, it looks like a
What it
pair
does
of
look
pants.
like
It
him.
looks just like him.
Just like him, man. The nose looks good.
So funny. The
It's a
mouth.
little bit like Andrew, too.
The mouth is perfect.
Yeah, dude.
If Andrew and Blake Snell had a baby, it would be the khakis.
the
Khakis. Yeah. Yeah, I was like blown away by
So
that.
funny.
There was a couple gummies in when I saw that.
I bet you were.
Still pretty funny.
You were seeing those khakis move.
Yeah. Now, I'm a big fan of wildlife, animals. I work some nonprofits. I've never seen. We've had raccoons now in South Philly. I've come face to face with them on Bainbridge
Now they're
Street.
becoming domesticated.
Yes.
They want to be pets.
Yes. But I found a raccoon in Ashland, Virginia. We can hang out with. Because
They're drunk.
yeah, you saw it.
Yeah,
This dude
it's great.
broke into the liquor store
Yeah.
and ravaged. Look at all the bottles of liquor on the floor. He's passed out.
Passed out.
Look like he tried to puke. We were trying to make it to the toilet to puke, and he passed out on the bathroom floor. We've all been there.
He didn't know which one, the trash can or the toilet.
That is incredible. That's an incredible thing.
I love that he's passed out on the bathroom floor, not in the store. Looks like he might have some Jameson. little vodka up
Gin?
top.
Right,
Yeah.
some gin.
Yeah.
That looks like a.
Yeah.
A little Tanqueray. It looks
That's
like.
what I thought. Tanqueray.
Oh, you might be
Tanqueray
right. I think you are right. That does look like Tanqueray at the
Yeah.
Yeah, the bottom right's Tanqueray, man.
bottom. Yeah.
He's a gin. I love him. He's a gin raccoon.
He's got good taste. Yeah, he's not going for
the gin
he's
raccoon.
not going for no Boone's
Let's
Farm
go
or
have
anything.
some. Let's go. Listen, we'll go a little happy hour. Have a couple martinis.
Raccoon. Yes.
You know what's funny? By the way, we are in overtime. OT, overtime. So I told you we're doing this. We're doing working with Ron Shelton,
Mhm.
right, on this college football thing. So he's one of these older men, like cool guys, like who's a writer, right? So, always like enamored by these people.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, yes, I'm a 3 gin martini man.
Is that lunch? Is that like a lunch
So,
lunch meeting?
No, it's like a happy hour. He's like,
All right.
he goes, sometimes 4.
4 gin martinis a happy hour.
He's usually 3, but every once in a while he pulls out a 4th. And I'm like, wow, that's incredible.
That's pretty impressive. 4 martinis?
So I love a gin martini extra olives.
Oh, extra dirty.
But man, after
Can you do 4 and function?
no.
No.
I'm a 2 guy. Max.
Yeah, that's
That's
tough.
a nice sweet spot too.
4 and function.
Yeah, no. He's a 3 man.
Yeah.
I'm a 2 guy max.
And also, if you do 3, like
3, I'm done.
you can't pound
3,
them.
3 the
You
spin
got to
starts
nurse.
to come.
Yeah, you got to nurse and sip them. That's a long. He's pounding them in a happy hour. 3, maybe 4. A happy
Yeah.
hour?
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's who knows how long a happy
Yeah,
hour
right,
frame
yeah,
lasts.
but 2 hours is still. That's quick, man.
2 is like a
It's a sweet
good.
spot.
Yeah.
Nice buzz.
One's
Martini
always
sounds
great.
Good right now.
What's that?
I said a martini sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't had a martini forever.
I do a vodka.
Yeah.
That's me. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
I
I
go
get
vodka,
it.
too.
Most people do the vodka.
Yeah.
I like the gin.
Yeah.
With the little, have you got a great one where they have the little, like, there's like a ice crust at the top?
I love those ice little crystals and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. I get the
love
extra
that.
olives. I don't like it dirty, the juice.
No juice,
I
just
love
the
it.
I
olives.
like the
I
olives.
like the juice.
Yeah. I love it dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the olives?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I do extra olives because the olive and the martini together is just one of the great tastes.
Yeah, but not the juice, not the olive juice.
Nah, I like it, on the dry side.
You ever do a pickleback?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, what is that again?
A shot of whiskey, then a shot of pickle juice afterwards?
No, but I'm sure it's
One
good.
of my favorites.
I might have to bring that to the office party. Maybe some pickle juice.
Picklebacks.
We'll get him to do some pickleback.
I'll do it. I mean, it
Do you
sounds
like
good.
pickles?
Yeah, I don't hate them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not my rotation.
Dude, they don't have cucumbers in Italy. There's no pickles or cucumbers.
No,
in Italy.
Cucumbers.
I don't like things pickled. I don't like pickled peppers. I don't like.
Ooh, a pickled jalapeno?
No, I don't like it. I like a regular dry normal jalapeno. Don't. I like it if it was. I just don't like it with pickled like that. But the juice, I like the juice
Pickle juice?
because
Oh, it's so good.
good
Yeah.
salt.
It's a great chaser for whiskey. I don't know who figured it
I
out.
can see that. Well, it's replenishing your sodium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the pagan likes a pickletini. Instead of the olive juice, it's a little pickle juice in it. Some
That
martini
sounds
that?
with
good.
pickle
Yeah,
juice.
that sounds
I
good.
can see that
Yeah,
being
she
good.
likes that.
Pickle's good, man.
Tattooed Mom's got a great pickletini.
I can see that. That
Mhm.
sounds actually delicious. I like that.
Yeah, all right, one more quick nug because it's a kind of a historic thing happening right now. These NFL playoffs, the first time since 1998, there will not include a Peyton Manning, a Tom Brady, or a Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Man.
That's wild, man.
I'm giddy over it. I love it. I
They-
love the Chiefs being out.
Look at that. That's an amazing story.
Dude, that's 27 years. Oh, you can't do my math. Yeah, 27 years.
98.
That's amazing.
I was born in 92. I'm 33. So
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, dude. Those guys are studs.
That's a wild story. I wonder if this is the year Spags get a job.
Where would it be?
Because here's the thing. Now he can interview. He never was able to interview.
Oh, you're right.
And now he can actually, because they're out, they didn't make the playoffs.
That's true.
He can actually interview.
It's a good spot for him.
And then I'm thinking, where does he go? I mean, obviously the Giants, because of his history there, he'd have a shot at that one.
If Pete Carroll gets booted,
Yeah.
could he go there to the Raiders?
He's close with Brady.
Giants seems like I don't want him to go to the Giants because I don't want to have to face them.
Yeah.
I won't.
Cardinals.
I can see that.
Cardinals.
You got Arizona.
Yeah.
You
They got
got
to go defense again after Gannon.
Yeah, you're probably right. They'll probably go offense if they're Gannon.
I don't know. I hope he gets something.
It'd be interesting. You know what I love? I practiced last night.
Basketball?
I just tell you, I love coaching. Like I like this.
What was the moment?
This grade?
How old?
They're 7th, 8th grade.
Okay, that's what I coach on the weekends.
I love it because you know what it was. We were going over a fast break, right? So we were going over that, and then we were attacked. I know that the team that we're going to play plays a lot of 2-3, and they do a little variation off of 2-3. So we were having our offense. It was 3 of our kids, and then me and the other coach Dan, and so I was guarding our big kid is good. Is Miller? He's a good ball player. So I was guarding Miller, and I'm being rough with him, right? Like pushing him around, and he was into it. Like
Yeah.
and I go, listen, I'm doing this on purpose, because you have to you can't just rely on facing the basket. I want you to go strong, right? Because you should be able to live at the foul line. And they were just very receptive.
No, that's good kids.
Yeah. They were just into it.
Come coach with me, you'll hate it.
And then and then we were going over our defense's calls.
Yeah.
And I would go, all right. And I would call out our play.
Still doing 1-3-1?
Yeah. And I'll do a 1-3-1. I do a 3-2 matchup and a man. And I would call them out, and they would just almost like military precision.
You got a good bunch of kids.
Boom.
Yeah.
Boom. And I'm just thinking to myself, I really love this.
They do
I
suicides?
love each of the.
Do you call them suicides?
Yeah, we call them suicides. Yeah, we do them at the end of practice. We got to make 2 free throws. If you make 2 free throws, you're good. If somebody misses, they got to do 1. Somebody else shoots. They miss, you got to do another one.
All right.
You got to make 2 until you can go home.
All right. So no running and suicides before the first half of practice.
No.
Oh, I always like that. You get them worn down, and then they got to practice tired. That's
I don't like that. I like so we do a running drill, but it's with layups and running the floor.
Yeah.
This way, I get them basketball mode. And then kill them at the end. All right, time now for our back in the day.
We're going back. We're going back. We're going back in the day with True Mark. Oh, yeah.
All right. Anytime I can go back to 1980s TV, I like to, because I find it fascinating and crazy from whenever we used to have celebrities do athletic events. In London, in the 80s, they would take retired London double-decker bus drivers and do double-decker F1 races. These guys zooming around and cut each other double-decker.
Double-decker bus Grand Prix over 15 laps.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
It really wasn't going round quite far enough, but he seems to have found a wee bit more grip this time.
And the announcer's amazing.
A wee bit more.
There's one cutoff.
And he's still got across the bows there. Problem. A bit of a scrap now developing as these 3 come into the final bed together. John Clark taking it a bit easier. He's found a slippery bit on the inside and can't come a lot faster. The
Slippery bit.
right round the outside.
Look at these dudes.
Oh, my God. I can watch that race.
Oh, it's let's find retired double-decker bus drivers.
Could you imagine how they must tip over?
Right.
Oh, my God.
Like it's going over, right?
Just watching it go around, you figure it's going to drop. It's going to tip over. All right, everybody. That's going to do it for us today. Have a great day. We love you. Go Birds. See you in the morning.
We all silly like the mayor.